Today we're going to be reacting to a video called The Problem with Female Rappers.
And I just want to let y'all know, be toxic for the rest of your 20s. You only get one life. Live your toxic 20s. You never get to be 20 years old, 21, 22, 23, 24, none of that ever again in your life.
But there are millions of little girls
that will listen to that.
that look up to her. There are people that will listen to that and be like, yep, I'm going to turn it up a notch.
But whose problem is that? That's the parents' problem. That's the parents' fault. They shouldn't be letting their little kids be influenced by this type of shit, or even listening to certain types of, musicians, or watching certain type of media. You should be regulating that shit and letting your kids know how they should be acting. So if your kid is watching this and looking up to it and trying to emulate that, that's a issue in the household, not the person on TV. That's just an entertainer. They're going to say what they're going to say. But as a parent, you should be letting them know what's real and what isn't.
Whether you want to call it black culture or hip hop culture, let's look at the other side. Look at Taylor Swift. It's all up and sweet, and she's not dressing provocatively, and she's...
I don't like that argument. Call it black culture, hip hop culture. It's like people act like Taylor Swift makes that kind of music too. She just doesn't say it in the same way we do in hip hop. She's had music where she talks about she's the problem and she has issues in a relationship, blah, blah, blah. She does that. She's all sing-songy and, and bubbly about it. So they don't really understand that. So I don't like that argument. And that also goes for a lot of other genres too. They make just as shitty messages as, like Glorilla just said, about a variety of things. It's just for some reason there's a stipulation when it comes to hip hop.
She's got millions of people watching her. You don't see it from other genres.
You absolutely do. You do.
A lot of people now are getting famous, but just because you're famous doesn't mean you're smart. People who become famous or popular online think that, well, because I'm popular, I must know more than the average person, or I must simply...
I mean, I can kind of agree with that too as well. Some people, especially when it comes to internet shit, it's so easy to accidentally like blow up and just, be a name online, and I don't really equate that to being, I suppose it is a degree of fame, but internet fame is not the same thing as real fame. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to mute all of this, bro, for sure. Cut some of this out, because I ain't trying to get no copyright.
Lost my virginity and turned into a hoe. I'm stuck on that one still.
I had to stop it after the perk in my ass.
Perk in my ass is crazy, bro.
Got mauled by a bear.
Does anyone like that look?
Well, the hood rats do.
For the sake of the video, yes, absolutely, bro. Yes, people like that look. It's for the sake of video. Come on, guys.
People would say like, okay, then why can guys constantly rap about girls doing the same exact thing that they're rapping about? But it is a bit different, I would say.
How?
Double standard.
How is it different? Is he gonna elaborate? Nah, he needs to elaborate, because I don't understand how it's different. How is it different? Tell me.
Music.
Quickly.
Viewed differently, so it just seems a bit like, oh wow, like seems out of place a bit. But that's just me.
I'm just...
That didn't make no sense. He didn't view it. It's the same shit. It's just guys do it and they get away with it. They've been doing it forever. They get away with it. People are used to it. But then when you have the female rappers coming around, the women rappers coming around doing the same exact thing, all of a sudden, wait, what's wrong with it? It's that because people want women to act a certain way, and then obviously when they don't, they're like, oh, this is trashy. Oh, I can't believe they're doing this. Why are the women rapping about this type of thing? And it's like, men been doing the same shit. Come on now.
Fellas, who wants this?
One in the chat if you want that.
Also, I think they're missing the point of some of this music. Some of this music is just music. It's party music. It's music supposed to, supposed to be shit to get you hype. Y'all thinking about this shit way too deep. They're not making music like Kendrick Lamar. That's not what their target audience is. That's not the music they're trying to make. They're taking this like it's a... Like, I don't know, they're looking way too hard into it, man. Come on now.
It's the fact that the people are going through the drive-thru and they literally are just filming in front of it.
Yeah, that shit would be hard as fuck. What are you talking about? I'm about to drive through a Chick-fil-A and this shit's going, that's hard. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, you're pulling up to the Popeyes drive-thru.
You see Sukihana and Sexy Red Dog.
Actually, let's be real. This would never be a Chick-fil-A drive-thru. No way. I know that.
That's Sukihana?
Yeah, bro, that'd be hard as shit. Whatever.
That's not even a bar.
That's what I'm saying.
Not all music and hip hop is meant to be super deep, spiritual, lyrical bullshit. This is just party music, man. Again, take it as what it is. Take it for face value.
Drake decided to take her on tour. Drake.
So you saw her live.
I saw her live and it was...
Drake's 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 kind of a dick rider though. He'll take anybody who's popping and take them on tour or whatever. He's weird about that.
I guess same way I could listen to 21 Savage and then I just still go eat my dinner, go about my day like nothing happened. But I don't know. Is it different for girls? I don't know.
Personally, I think it is because women have a huge responsibility in terms of society for recreating, raising the next generation of kids. Motherhood, it's a huge undertaking and a huge responsibility for the country. It's like all the women.
And she's flexing about always being pregnant. Guys can listen to the shaking ass and fucking bitches, but most of these guys can't just go pull bitches like that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why it's like we can listen to that like, yeah, I want to fuck bitches too, but fuck, if I really want to fuck it back out of But as a girl, you can just shake your ass for anybody and just get it going.
Yeah, I don't think there's
It's definitely a double standard here. Like he was talking about how it's women's responsibility to raise kids, blah blah. And it's like it's the father's responsibility to raise their kids too. It's not just on women. So they taking that as a way to make it seem like women shouldn't be making this type of music or do this type of thing. Only like it's okay for the guys to do it because they're the guys. This is just the boys type shit. And like, come on, bro, get real. Hey.
Wait, the beat kind of hard.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's the whole point. Now you're getting it. It's music. You're meant to shake your ass to it. You're not supposed to sit around and think about the concept of the universe. You're supposed to get up and dance, have a good time. Shit.
You can say bad things and also say true things. What do y'all think about the whole music, satanic energy, the 808?
It's bullshit. It's all bullshit, man. It's just another way to get people to, control people and make them type of music. There's no such. I hate that shit. It's like, oh man, it's devil music, devil worship. It's like, I promise you, the devil worship shit is not simply putting on a pair of horns and a bunch of red in a fucking music video like Doja Cat or whatever the fuck that shit was. That's just tacky. The devil, I promise you that devil worship shit, the real devil worship shit is not like that.
Definitely think that there's some sort of science behind frequencies and
sure,
like artists strategically put some in.
Absolutely. That's the whole point of music. You put the shit in that sounds good that you know people are going to like. There's absolutely a science to it. I'll admit that. But the whole brainwashing thing, no. There's definitely a commonality between certain music, especially pop music, that's designed in a certain way where it can appeal to the broadest audience for sure. 100%. But the brainwash, I feel like that's taking a step further.
Words, phrases, or whatever, and now your actions are then dictated by your subconscious. I even have a book on this, which I haven't read.
No, I don't. That's an age-old argument in the sense like I grew up listening to this type of music. I've listened to it my entire life. I've never I've listened to gangster rap, listened to all kinds of shit. I never once in my life like, damn, I want to go out and be a gangster because, for no reason, because I've been listening to this, all this 50 Cent or whatever, listening to Tupac. And it's like, I've never felt like that, but I love that music because it's fucking great. It's good ass music, but I've never been influenced where I'm like, I'm just going to go out and do this stuff I see in the music videos. It's like the people who are influenced like that, it's more than just the music. They have something else going on in their lives. They're maybe in a situation or whatever where it's way more relatable, and maybe they see that shit day to day, which means they're probably already living that. They're already about that life, and the music is now just there and depicting what's going on. It's not the music that's influencing them. They've just been in that situation that music is talking about. And it's just an age-old argument, especially it comes to other things too, like video games. The argument of the video games make people violent and do violent things, that's cap, 100% cap. Because again, I've been playing violent video games my entire life. I'm probably one of the least violent people you'll ever meet. I'm not trying to fight. I'm not trying to do none of that. But I love violent video games because they're fun. I can separate, reality from a video game. You know what I'm saying?
Why does it seem like there's only one Taylor Swift type of artist, but 10 Sexy Red?
There's been so many Taylor Swifts. Taylor Swift is not even the first Taylor Swift. What is he talking about? What is he on, bro?
Why is that? What do young girls want? They want to feel pretty. They want to feel like they have meaning. They want to have a...
That's what he thinks young girls want. Not all young girls want to feel like pretty girly girls. Women, young girls, people in general are way more varied than that. People are not one thing. People change daily. People change all the time. The interests, all that stuff. Not all young girls want to be pretty. That's a fact. Not all young girls want to be, the young girly girl type shit.
Or doing something to the young guys as well, where it's like,
and again, that's a parent issue. You need to give your kids proper attention and education on what this type of music is and why it's not for kids.
I'm so exposed to just girls doing this, where again, it's hard for them to. How do they not objectify girls when it's like, no, you need to be shaking your ass if you're.
They're not. It's the same thing with guys. The fathers need to talk to their sons and teaching them same shit that women are more than just. They aren't objects. You shouldn't. They're people too, and you should treat them, as such. And it's just like that type of shit gets on my nerves because now you're just blaming the music when the music isn't even responsible. It's the bad parenting or the lack thereof.
At the party, what are you doing? Shake some ass. Like,
That's not the best way to get attention
Boom.
either.
yeah, and it's doing something to the guys and the girls, so.
Big sexy red.
Big sexy.
I think it's just a lack of parenting that's really doing something to the. If a kid ends up thinking like, "Hey, man, women are objects and they should be doing this for me," blah blah blah, and it's like, where's your dad at?
This perky pill.
And they have the Sukihana. Give me a perky. It's Friday. I need a perky.
I didn't know what a perk was. I still don't really know what a perk is. I just fucking learned right now. Percocet.
It's an
You've never heard perk before, bro? What? Okay, this might just be. Maybe it's like an audience thing. Maybe none of them, they're not about that culture type shit. So maybe that's what, maybe there's a disconnect there. They're not about that shit. They don't understand. Like, if you've never heard of a perk until this song, something's suspect here, man.
Gang violence, drug use, sexual, and this is the hottest shit. Damn.
Yeah, I need
It sound like, your homie sound like a fucking narc, bro. He said, gang violence, drug use. This is the I'm sorry, like I don't know these guys. This is my first time watching their fucking video. No offense to them, but that was crazy the way he just said that. Maybe that's why he doesn't understand. He doesn't get it.
to listen to more Sexy Red. I've only listened to 2 songs. 'Cause yeah, it's true. Back in the day, they used to just have the drums and the hip hop, the hibbity, the hip hop, all upbeat, and it's now.
Okay, I see. They don't understand it because this type of music has been around since the conception of hip hop. That's just what you're fucking listening to. It wasn't always just a hip hop, it hasn't always just been that. Like, as long as hip hop has been around, there's also been different sides of hip hop. It's just evolving to be way more flagrant than it is, these days. That's all it is. It's changing. But there's been different types of hip hop, bro. Come on now.
Oh, it's.
Yeah, you go to a concert and
It's like, oh shit.
it's shaking your rib cage type.
It is different, and it's like, well, I don't know what that means exactly. Is that just because music evolved and people?
That's exactly what it means. Music evolved, people evolved, technology has evolved, so everything's changed. That's exactly what it is. Come on, man.
Evolved and like different things now, because back then people weren't acting how kids are acting now. So it could be a lot of different things. Huh?
Let us know your guys' thoughts in the comments.
I mean, this is an interesting video. Shout out to these guys. They they got together, made this interesting video for sure. Something to think about. But I think a lot of people kind of just super biased, especially dudes when it comes to hip hop. Women start making the same type of music, men start making, all of a sudden it's weird and they shouldn't be doing it because of women. Whatever. That was a good video. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it and I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and check out some of these other videos on my channel. You might like them as well.